In this video, we're going to take a look at OU against Tulane, obviously week 3, getting ready for their matchup against Tennessee. So, pretty good football game, a lot closer than a lot of people really would have thought. But right here on the very first thing we're looking at is just Jackson Arnold using his legs. He rushed for nearly 100 yards. Every time he looked up, he was the guy that was creating the explosive plays. So, right here, red zone goal line, very first touchdown, and there's your read. You're running inside zone, and you got the widest guy since you got a guy right there blocking the C gap, so you can have the D gap, and he squeezes, and he settles just enough. Jackson Arnold feels like he's going to beat him to the edge, so he pulls it, and it's actually 2-on-1 right here. I definitely say, hey, probably want to hand this ball. I know it's first and goal. Let your guy try to see if he can fight. That's why he's there. Let the running back try to make his own money. But right there, Arnold pulls it, and now he's got to beat two guys. And somehow he does. He stiff arms the outside linebacker. Safety trying to flow over the top. They're man-to-man outside. And they do a pretty good job taking care of those guys on the edge. But right there, Arnold pulling it. Probably ill-advised to do that. But right there, red zone goal line. Dude's playing fast. A lot more athletic than people give him credit for. Finds a way to get in the end zone right here. So a great run. Starting off 7-0 there for Oklahoma. No look right here. Again, Tulane played man-to-man all day. So right here they're playing man-to-man, running an outside zone. And right here, the end is squeezing hard. There's tons of space right here. So a great pull right here by Jackson Arnold. Just replace it, get straight downhill as fast as you can. Makes it really easy since you see how far that gap moves. So it went from way out here all the way to the middle of the field. So right there, Arnold's able to pull and replace. Anytime they're squeezing that hard, this linebacker's got to sit backside for the pull. But nobody's left. Everybody's running with that outside zone. Now he's running on that deep safety. So, I mean, really weird look there from Tulane. Not sure how they're going to squeeze that hard with that D end. And I know they've seen this before. Again, it's one of those things every week in almost every game, it looks like these defensive linemen and these linebackers are shocked that the quarterback can pull the football. So they pull it right here. Arnold gets down, gets hit in the head. Hate to see him actually get hit like that. But they do get another 15 yards on top of this. Again, so for some reason, linebackers, DNs not on the same page, not able to squeeze, scrape like just a typical high school team would. No look right here, just being able to out leverage these guys. And going to the flats here, blocking man on. Hopefully you can run them off if you can tell it's man-to-man. Inside zone, if this guy squeezes, we'll pull that thing and we'll get 2-on-1 there on the edge. He squeezes just enough, feel like we can get out. So he pulls it, flips it right there, just drops his arm angle a little bit, puts an accurate ball on him so he can outrun man-to-man who's already playing inside out and a little bit late to get to it. So now just turns to a race to the pylon. No chance right there for that safety. And great job finishing in the red zone. This on a 2nd and 7. So a really good call. I mean, stretching defense, you saw this a lot in years past from Oklahoma teams. But right here, pull, pitch it out there to the running back, the speed guy. Safety trying to roll inside out. No chance. Touchdown Oklahoma. This is another play that Oklahoma's had in their repertoire for a long time, especially in Lincoln Riley time. Maybe you're running some GT. You got a tight end here to the front side. He's going to double that all the way to the backside linebacker, pulling a kick. Ends up being this linebacker they're going to kick. So this looks really good. Kick, lead up on the safety. But again, reading backside C gap and man-to-man. So they're running this guy across. He's chasing hard. Nobody right there for the quarterback. Again, with that motion, I don't know if that screwed everything up with this guy flying across. But again, these linebackers, they see that motion. They see these guys pulling, and they're fitting down way too hard right there for the backside linebacker. Pulls, replacing. Even that corner was chasing with that. So there's really nobody left on the left side of the field. Arnold takes it. And, I mean, my goodness, that's a ton of space. Nobody even thinking the quarterback's got a chance to pull it. Explosive play there for Jackson Arnold. Already up 14-0. And now they're just running GT, pulling with the quarterback. Explosive play. Well, this was another good design. This is similar to a play that Alabama ran early in the day. But right there, everybody's just washing down the inside gap. Right here, everybody's just running inside zone to the left. And now this running back turns into the puller for us. He steps up. He's stepping up for the linebacker, whoever filters in. Ends up being an outside linebacker. Kicks him. Again, that inside zone, everybody taken care of. Jackson Arnold fighting. Gets down to the 1-yard line. But again, you can see just, hey, using the quarterback, getting an extra blocker in the box. Taking care of this guy trying to filter in late. Now Jackson Arnold, who obviously was a 100-yard rusher on the day here against Tulane. Seeing what he can do right there in the red zone goal line. Getting down to the 1-yard line. I hate to see him continue to get hit. But he's the best player, best runner you've got. So they continue to run him even on the goal line. Here's another explosive play for Oklahoma. And this one, they're in a trip set. And you see, again, very easy to notice this is man-to-man. Everybody's staring at those guys. They're even way off down here. You can barely see it on the screen, but they are way off at 9 yards playing off man. Bringing a 6-man rush. They do have a 6-man pro. Get everybody picked up. And on this one, Arnold, he doesn't like what he sees backside. He didn't like what he sees in the route. So now he just tucks it, And he knows, hey, if I get loose, it's man-to-man. There's really nobody left. So let's go ahead and get vertical and see what happens. So right here, he's pointing at people, doing all this stuff. Now, you know what? Hey, I'm going to go ahead and pump fake on this linebacker who just absolutely pauses, and then he dives. I mean, he's got one sleeve on. So, I mean, he looks like he's going to be a player, but absolutely whiffs. Just taps him on the butt as he runs by. Hey, man, heck of a move. Keep going. But right there, really encouraging play there by linebacker. Gets about 20 yards. This is a heck of a run. Again, great job noticing man-to-man. And then, of course, Jackson Arnold being a lot more athletic than people give him credit for. Makes a guy miss. Gets an easy first down right there for Oklahoma. Here's a play right here that really basically put this game away. Tulane had come back. Obviously, Jackson Arnold throwing an interception. We'll look at that here in a second. But they're just running vertical switch. So on both sides, they're running vertical switches. And, again, it's a six-man box. They are bringing a pressure. So they are bringing a linebacker. And they're actually middle Xing these guys. Great pickup here by the running back as well. So as you're looking at pro, this running back looks like he's sitting right there to that guy. Great job switching this off. And then being patient right there by the running back, picking up that linebacker. And now they brought 6 in the pressure. So that means they have to be playing man-to-man here on the outside. So Arnold knows, hey, it's a 3rd and 11. Tight coverage. Don't really like it. Let's see what we can do with our feet. Outruns this defensive end trying to fold in. And now it just turns into the Jackson Arnold show. I mean, he's out there on the safety. Makes that guy miss and then dives to the end zone. He did that a lot against Tulane. Just making guys miss. Looking a little bit more athletic than they need to be. He's going to have a huge night against Tennessee if they don't have more of a run game, more guys stepping up and helping in the run game and to get open against man-to-man to create explosive plays. But right here, Arnold putting the game away, using his legs. 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter, diving in the end zone. Again, huge play there for OU. Take a look at some of the passing concepts. Not just a ton of success through the passing game, but right here, one of the concepts they ran a lot early is just running some spacing. So these guys right here running some snags. You got a flat route. And, of course, Tulane, like we saw earlier, they were playing a lot of man-to-man. Right here on this one, they're actually playing zone. And as you see, there's your number 1 look. There's number 2. And then flat would be number 3. So he takes his number 1. Really easy read. Fullback sprint to the flats on an arrow. Tons of space right there. Easiest throw in the book. Give it to him. Show him your shoulder pads. Get vertical. See if we can get a first down. Easy throw and catch right there. First down there for Oklahoma early in the game. No look, same thing. This time they're in empty. And they motion their running back. He's going to the flats. Again, spacing. And right here on this one, looks a lot more like man-to-man to me. These guys mugged down here on the box. These guys staring at the receivers, so we'll see what happens. Ball gets snapped, and as you see, they're in the trail technique. He's manned up. The only guy that can be manned up on that guy is this deep safety. So flip out there to your guy. Great recognition of the coverage. Nobody left there to take the running back going to the flats. Easy throw and catch. Now, look at all that space to make this guy miss. I mean, if you can get the running back the ball right there, and this is what the picture looks like, you feel really good about it. And right there, just able to get him out of bounds. If he can make that guy miss, it's gonna be a track meet to the end zone. But right there, great call, emptying the backfield, making that safety play man-to-man. They were trying to bring a pressure, but right there, easy throw and catch. Big play right there for Oklahoma. Great call. Right here on this one, obviously Jackson Arnold was able to make stuff happen with his legs. On this one, ends up being a sack down here, red zone goal line. And you see what they're looking for. They're running a corner here. They were trying to run a rub right here. Tulane does a really good job playing over the top. They recognize this bad angle here by this guy. He should be running at that guy instead of just running at him for no reason. Run at the guy. He's treating like he's running this route on air. Go at his man so you can get that rub. But instead, he just goes right at him like a robot. And this guy just filters over the top like it's nothing. Now, of course, he works back in. But that's where Jackson Arnold's wanting to go. Not any rub at all. He just goes right there for whatever reason. So I think that's just one of those things. These guys don't quite understand what that route's for or what they're trying to do. But right there, easy coverage there for Tulane because they don't get the rub right. And not just great pass pro right here. He gets some pressure pretty quickly. It's a nose. It's just a guy who's one-on-one with the center. And this guard's not helping at all. But the center's still got half a man on his left shoulder and allows him just to swim move right there, go straight into the quarterback's face, gets him on the ground. So a lot of things right there that were issues. Probably center's eyes were in the right spot, so he didn't take over this nose. And then also just this rub right here is just a really bad route and not really understanding what they're doing. Here's the interception that Jackson Arnold had, and it's on a mesh route. Now, mesh is great against man-to-man. Right here, Tulane's playing zone, and on this one, Arnold is getting pressure, does a great job of making somebody miss. So right here, you got a guy right in your face, makes somebody miss, and he just sees his guy right here sitting. I mean, it's one of the better players they have as far as skill guys, and he never gets across the center. So right here, he's sitting on the hash. The ball is snapped on the hash. You got to get way past the center before you sit down. He's sitting right where the center would be. Now, of course, if Arnold can get it out right now, maybe he's got a completion. But with the pressure and his base the way it is, not being able to put a ton on the football, this linebacker is able to drive on it. And, of course, if Arnold can see this linebacker driving on it, he should be throwing this pyramid route right behind him. But instead, everybody set up, I think, a little bit too early. Keep this thing moving a little bit more past the center. But right there, the Mike's able to jump it because he's so narrow. He doesn't stretch this horizontally at all. He's got to get out of the window. He's in the same window that this pyramid route should be. He should get here, so that opens that up more. Of course, Arnold probably shouldn't throw this. He sees that linebacker. It's a 1st and 15. There's no reason to force the football on a first down. Right here, just step up, see what happens a little bit, let it play out just a little bit more, but instead throws a pick. Nobody left. Great play there by the Mike to drive that, and it gets into the end zone. So really a comedy of errors on this one. Outside receiver doesn't do his job. Six doesn't do his job, get across the center far enough to open up that pyramid, and then Jackson Arnold, obviously a little bit of pressure, unblocked, makes the guy miss, and then just forces the ball on a first down. Easy pick six there for Tulane. Then we're going to take a look at some of the defensive plays. And right here on this one, red zone goal line area and a little bit of motion, and it's just a simple smash. You got a tight end right there going to the corner. You got a flat route and a little bit of play action. And Oklahoma's got 5 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on 2 right here. And somehow they're still able to jump past this thing to the back of the end zone and get a touchdown. So just not a great job recognizing the routes. Great job with their eyes. They're just letting that tight end leak all the way over the top and just play down on the football, but instead everybody's just sitting right there with their eyes in the backfield. 5 guys on 2, and somehow Tulane still gets a touchdown on this one on 2nd and goal. But right there, some guys falling asleep, not making a play right there, giving them a touchdown to Tulane, let them get back in the game. Here's another play is something I feel like is very similar. Motion a guy here, going to basically just play action now. This backs the guy who gets out, and again, running some sort of a corner, flat route. This guy's working across, and they do put hands on. He's trying to sprint right there. Safety's late to the party on that corner. And this linebacker, again, acting like a damn robot. Like, dude, there's a guy in the flats. Go ahead, instead of just standing here, sprint down and take that guy. I mean, I don't know what you're looking at, but he's late to it. And now Tulane, they get an easy completion in the flats on the 9-yard line. And he just finds a way to get in the end zone. So a really bad play here by 5. Sitting back, not having great eyes. Should recognize this route. Absolutely no awareness on this. You see that guy out of the backfield. Drive it, man. These other guys are going to take care of that corner. There's no reason to just drop back. Everybody's running to it. You got to recognize this a lot faster. Get down there and make a play. Don't let him in the end zone. This is a 4th and goal. So if you make this stop, it keeps him out of scoring opportunity right here. But instead, he's late to it, playing hesitant. Allows him to get to the end zone right there. That's the linebacker number 5. This is a great job right here of recognizing what's happening. So right here, he motions across. He's going to the flats. A play a lot of teams are going to run. These guys are trying to get a rub. So right here, if you play just straight man-to-man, he's going to try to run through all this trash. But instead, OU does a great job of recognizing it's just switching off. All right, so right here, he's going to the flats. He comes in. He takes him. He goes there. He takes him. Now he's going to sit down for the flats. Now, something that will probably happen, I would say maybe in the weeks to come, maybe against Tennessee, is when they do this, he's going to sit. He's going to go vertical. Maybe the same thing right here. He goes vertical. He goes out, and he works back in. Now, he's out leveraged. You can just throw that to him right now. He's got a chance to get to the end zone. So, got to be aware of that. Maybe change that up a little bit of how they play this. But right here, great recognition. He's outside of that, so he's going to take that flat route. He's taking there. He's taking there. And you can see what they're trying to do. So, great play right there. Great recognition by OU. Now, you got to understand that teams are going to work off of that if that's how they play that goal line look. So I'd be ready for that against Josh Heupel in Tennessee. Maybe work that a little bit. Maybe they work out and then back in with that, with this arrow. But great call, great play right there by OU's defense. Here's a look of just guys all around the football. Play action right here on 3rd and 1, trying to make something happen. Obviously they're down 5, so if they can create an explosive play, they're going to be up in this game. But instead, they just throw it to the middle of the field on a late slant for some reason. And corner does a great job sticking with it. Good eyes. And it just turns to tip ball, and 2 comes down with it. All right, so this is a huge play in this game. OU's only up 5. Again, they're driving this 3rd and 1. Great play here by 2. Get to set them up right there. They end up scoring. Obviously, Jackson Arnold scrambling around to get to the end zone, putting this game away. But this is a huge play. Just guys being around the football on 3rd and 1. Again, Huge play. You can't overemphasize how big a play this was in this game. And it's all because guys are flying to the football, making things happen. Here's a look of a great pass rush here. And this is 31 down here on the edge. And he plays pretty wide. He does get out in front of his toes, but then he gets skinny and he leans against that. He just goes to the upfield short. Don't get pushed by everything. So he's fighting against pressure, and he just goes right into the quarterback's face. I thought this was a heck of a pass rush. A little bit of a lunge there by the tackle, but just that dip and that rip and then leaning against pressure right to the middle of the quarterback. And then this pocket's also getting condensed there by the rest of the D-line. So great play there up front there for OU. 3-man rush right here. This is on 4th and 13. And if you don't have any time on a 4th and 13, there's going to be an issue. You're never going to get close to it. Right here again, good fundamentals right here by this defensive end. He gets upfield. His tackle's setting. You don't want to rush past the quarterback because he's just going to wash you. He gets to the quarterback. Now he works back to him, and he just runs right into the quarterback. So just trusting your fundamentals right there, not getting rushed past the quarterback, trying to get the edge, get back in there, create that worst-case scenario. You're just condensing the pocket. But right here, overset by the tackle and runs right into the quarterback there by the DN. Great job, 3-man rush. Get him on the ground, not even give him a chance to get the ball out on a 4th and 13. With all that being said, pretty good game by OU. Oklahoma versus Tennessee next week, so looking forward to that. But make sure you guys are subscribed so you can see everything we're doing for the rest of this college football season. And we'll see you guys again in the next video.